Hey guys and girls, welcome aboard, or maybe welcome back if you trained with us before. Look, the purpose of this video is pretty much just to give you guys a hand with your recovery. If you're getting this email, you've either just had or you're about to have your very first session with us. Look, at the end of the day, what you need to remember is there's a fair chance you're going to be sore tomorrow, or for the next few days, in fact, depending on how hard you work. But look, I want to give you a few stretches that you can do. I'm not going to run through a full body stretch, but I'm going to give you a handful of stretches that you can do to help with the recovery. Obviously, as we train, the muscles contract and contract and contract. So our stretches obviously need to lengthen them again. So look, let's jump straight into it. I'm just going to have a generalized stretch here. Obviously, have a chat to me outside of these if you need something a little more personal to you. Maybe you've got some rolled shoulders or something like that, or maybe some internal rotation from the hips that you need to correct. There's tons of things out there that we can help you with. But look, let's jump straight in. I'm not gonna waste any time. Run through all of these after your session. You can do these actually daily, would be ideal, maybe even twice a day. First thing I want to look at here is just to loosen up the low back. So I'm gonna lay right back, just relaxing the whole spine, hugging both knees up into the chest. Have a little bit of a rock around on that low spine. Think of this one more as a massage rather than a stretch. Obviously, round to the side. Whatever feels good with this one, pretty much. Just gonna try and massage the low back, loosen up the ligaments and tendons, and just to release that stress through that back. Obviously, the head is gonna be relaxed. It's just, I'm just gonna lift mine up for the purpose of the video. Once you've done that, just extend one leg all the way down, just release it all the way to the floor. Other knee gets hugged right up into the chest, and you're going to roll the hips across the body. Your aim here is to keep the shoulders flat on the ground, and you're twisting the hips. I don't know if you can see that in the video. Just fall back a little bit, in, and then roll across. So this one here, you're stretching that nice low back. Obviously come back to the center, do the other side. The key here is to hug into the chest, so we're getting that swooping motion in the low back before we roll. So you want to try and avoid any sort of arch that you may have. I'm not going to do the other side for the video, just to keep things short and sweet. So hug the knee in, roll across the body. The next one here is a glute stretch. You've got a couple of options here. First option, we can do, again, laying down. We're going to cross one foot over. So you've got that nice triangle here in the legs. And you're going to hug the other knee in towards the chest. I'll do it on the other side so you can see. And you're going to feel that around the glute here, around the bottom of the hips. And you may want to roll the hips one way or the other just to get the best out of this one. The second option for your glutes, obviously do the other side. The second option here is a seated one. So we're going to sit down, cross our legs. We're going to stack our feet, stack our shins. I don't know if you can see that. We're actually stacking the shins like so. Square the shoulders up with the top knee and lean forward. So it's not a twist anyway. It's nice and square, top knee, leaning forward. So this is after the glute on the top side. So there are two options for your glutes. The next one is a hamstring. Obviously you can do these seated, stretch one leg out. I know you can't see this through the video. Doing them standing, reaching down and tapping, lose my balance there. And hanging on to the toe after the back of the leg here. You can do this both with a bent knee and a straight knee. It's up to you what you want to choose. Look, they're the big ones for releasing their hips. There is one more that I'd recommend you do, and a lot of people will struggle with this, especially if you have a seated job, maybe a truckie, or you work in an office or something like that, is our little hip flexor stretch. So we're on one knee, we're after the hip. That is with the knee on the ground. So pushing the hip forward, we're after that nice big stretch right down the front here. And just leaning forward. I don't know if you can see that there. So you may want to, face around this way. You may want to slide the hips one way or the other just to get the best out of that stretch. Nice and easy, and obviously we're going to do the other side as well. So look, they're the big ones. There are pec stretches. press up against a wall, lean forward, drop the body down. It's going to get through the chest there. Look, like I said, guys, if you're after something a little bit more personal, obviously have a chat to me. Depending on what we do through our sessions, I'll give you some stretches to help with that accordingly. It's not just going to be a random stretch each day. But guys, have fun with it. Obviously do these as often as you can. Flexibility is a huge part in your training. It's not just strength and going for a run. You've got your mobility and your flexibility as well. Guys, any questions, please feel free, sing out. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to help. And we'll chat to you again really soon.